can go off of the, there we go.
Alright y'all, we back. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. But what's new? Roll with it, go with the flow.
Let's see. So now let me actually just share this real quick.
So once again, this is Let's Build, and the topic of discussion is duality. For those of y'all studying to tune back in, we'll give you a moment. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, this is now. Let me get this here.
All the veterans of the community are chiming in right now. Amongst those that are new, welcome. It's a pleasure to meet and greet each and every one of you.
Cool. So give me one moment. I'm doing my sharing right now. Hopefully the audio is coming through clear and the video as well. Please chime in if you're experiencing any lack in connectivity.
Yeah, Carrie. Definitely some duality, the static. It's all good. You're right. We rise above it. How's the voice now? The audibles. Is everybody hearing this well? Y'all can give us a couple thumbs up. That'd be great. There we go. Mama T, what's going on? What's up with those delicious lumpias? Where they at?
One second, got one more, and we can go ahead and get started. One moment, please. Let's go to Universal Cafe and make sure we're open there as well.
So, I know the audio was bad, probably when I was playing the music, maybe a little bit, but that was titled Colloquial off the Universal Brothers page on SoundCloud. So if you guys were just wondering what song that was playing, it's a nice groove.
I'm not going to post in here and see anything. You should give it a share up top. Go up top and then share a photo.
Yeah, or write something in place, you can share the link.
There you go. I'm missing this what we're doing. Cool. So, done. All right, so as we always run these videos, we'll do a small seminar to begin with. Open up the floor for discussions in the second portion. We usually run our live video feed for about 2 hours. We're looking at about 10 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock p.m. here in Europe. In Europe, excuse me. So our topic today is duality. I apologize for that. So, and duality is quite a complex subject matter to discuss, but I will summarize as much as possible. Once again, thank you for being here. So, let's start here. Oneness, unity, the essence of unconditional love vibrating at the frequency of peace throughout eternity in this now moment within the realms of time-space. That is the core foundation of our presence here on planet Earth at present. The core foundation. In a nutshell, Once again, I'm summarizing, but in a nutshell, this is the core foundation of our presence as infinite creative spirit experiencing this holographic reality here on planet Earth at present. So, the incarnation here amongst humanity within an individual physical human body, the mind, body, spirit complex, if you will. The nature of our presence in experiencing this reality at its core purpose is to serve and experience the vastness of who we are as an individualized expression of the all. An individualized expression of the all there is, once again, within your core, who you are as source, who you are as God, is experiencing or having the blessing or the miracle of experiencing yourself in all of your glory. This is where you have the opportunity to proactively participate in all of your creations, in your creation itself, like a paradox, if you will, as the creator experiencing your creation amongst your creations. So don't get the two confused, because there's polarity, and polarity being the opposite extremes of one particular aspect of creation, or the aspects of creation, the individual extremes. However, at the foundation of that is the principle of the divide, the two. The divide, the separation of the one. The divide and separation of the one is the foundation of the illusion. Once again, there is one. However, the experience of duality is the separation of the one to the two, which is the illusion, and serves as a catalyst of us experiencing ourselves. Now, when we say duality, per definition, there is no negative connotation to the nature of the foundation of separation. In actuality, duality means but the separation of two aspects of creation. This serves our spiritual benefit, or our greatest spiritual benefit, in allowing us to experience the blessing of individuality and the vastness of creation itself within ourselves. It provides us with this experience in being a catalyst of our spiritual evolution, the path or the linear experience or the framework of space-time in which we are experiencing that which is necessary for us to manifest or embody the self-awareness or spiritual maturity that allows us to expand continuously and coexist amongst the vastness that is. When I speak of duality, I receive the notion of the colors of a rainbow. The colors of a rainbow are distinct, significant, vibrant, and all have their individual essence or frequency of being. However, at the same time they coexist within the same fabric, and there is no clear sense of separation amongst them. They all coexist. However, they have their individual frequencies, and on deeper and deeper levels, they have a significant distinction amongst them. I said in a song recently that the harvest would be boring if it was all the same seed. Once again, the beauty of differences are celebrated amongst the heavens, and being significant of the intelligence, the vast amount of intelligence that is represented in our ability, or in our ability as the creator, to continue to create in such variances. The variances go on infinitely. However, the programs amongst humanity have catered to a distinct level of prejudices and distortions and, for the most part, infighting or a sense of insanity amongst these differences, and a dense level of identification with these differences, which add more to the insanity of separation, to chaos. We're speaking about the foundation of duality here. It's the catalyst in which we provided ourselves the ability to experience ourselves and its beauty, and all of its beauty and luster. Who you are as an individual expression of the whole, and the whole itself as source, are unique, and there's only that unique essence is one of a kind amongst the multiverse. There is no other essence which is who you are embodied amongst the multiverse, and this is to be appreciated to its depth. Though sensitive enough to realize how much of a miracle and blessing it is to be alive amongst creation and realize the individual nature of your expression, and basically being a path or mission or service that only you can carry out, an essence that only you can hold and maintain and radiate amongst creation, is quite humbling, to say the least. Quite humbling. So once again, the catalyst which we experience is to be embraced and recognized, not ignored or attempted to be shoved in a corner as if we are not experiencing duality. We are. And it should be recognized and respected for what it is, as an experience or aspect of the path of healing which we are undergoing. We had a conversation earlier, because the logical mind likes to cause chaos in attempting to jam the nature of the divine, or cram the nature of the divine into logical terms, in which is attempting to understand the nature of eternity. Perfect example. The corn phrase, all is one, we are one. Yes, very true, very true. The core truth. However, this now moment contains agreed upon illusory boundaries that we have decided and created for ourselves in which to experience our glory, which, once again, should be respected and are necessary for us to respect. I'm in the body right now. I am the creator. So is Corey sitting beside me. He's in the body as well. He is the creator. On this level of existence, I am here within my individual consciousness. He is here within his individual consciousness. Yes, there is an invisible essence that we share in this now moment, which is who we are, or who I am as source, and which who he is as source share. And being but a reflection of who I am. But once again, when you're operating here, there comes a sense of chaos and confusion and attempting to realize what this is. Okay, are you, or is he you, or, how does this work? And once again, this is the logical mind attempting to grasp the nature of the infinite. It's a little more complex than that. A more barbaric example that I kind of gave earlier, if I grab his significant other on the butt and say, well, hey, it should be all good, man. We all won. It's cool. Like, hey, come on, man. Get with it. Spirituality, what's wrong? This doesn't work. Free will. The individual experience, attempting to cram the nature of the divine into logical terms. It only creates more chaos and confusion. It's not helpful. There's levels to this experience. Simplistic, however, on a paradoxical level, rather complex. This is once again where grounding is necessary. Allowing ourselves to digress and trust the intuition and the nature of respecting all aspects of self and their free will and their individual decisions from a place of acceptance. This is the expression of wisdom in action, acceptance. Once again, the rainbow, the spectrum, the colors, they're all divine. They all have their individual frequency of being. And once again, they're all beautiful and magnificent aspects of creation. The free will allows the fabric of existence to create in infinite ways, infinite possibilities, and infinite vibrations or frequencies of expressions which allow us to enjoy and feel the nature of existence. And when I say this, I speak on all spectrums. Sometimes the expressions of our reality, as you know, will not necessarily resonate with who we are or what we identify with at present based on our harmonic frequency, our level of awareness, our sense of presence. However, yet and still, they do exist on one level, and as we accept and allow them to be, the more graceful the dissolving of these distorted realities are within our experiencing, within our experience, In more layman's terms, when we let go, it goes. It flows. When we let go, the resistance of any particular frequency or energy which we observe provides that experience with the vitality to remain. Being here within the illusion, I've expressed before that we've experienced and witnessed some of the most daunting illusions that one could imagine. However, through the ability to accept and allow these energies to flow, to move, beyond providing these energies with any resistance, we allow them to continue to go and move about their business and dissolving and being but a temporary experience that was necessary to allow us the ability to embrace a deeper frequency of acceptance and unconditional love for what is, and recognizing the intelligence behind that which is unfolding. On this level of existence, yes, there is separation. However, our awakening is in recognizing the invisible fabric that is who we are at our core, as source. How we would love for this to be a light switch. However, it's not. It's a process. And amongst that process, there comes levels of awareness that must be embraced. This is the work that we are embracing at present. The internal work of realizing the foundation of all that we see in the physical within ourselves. This is the work that we're embracing at present. So once again, duality being the foundation of the splitting of the one into the two, and the recognition of the split. However, this split being but a catalyst of binding the one even closer. The catalyst of embracing the one even more. Once again, the illusion, the purpose or the divine purpose of the illusion has been but a catalyst of expanding upon the love that already is. A deeper level of love, brought about by the infinite intelligence of the two. There are no mistakes here. The divine nature of infinite intelligence and its orchestration are beyond comprehension. So, there's lots of distortions and illusions that we experience of pain, suffering, hatred, separation, judgment, and the list goes on. All very dismal adjectives, if you will. But once again, all serving as catalysts to enhance the love and compassion and sense of acceptance, which makes up the fabric of who you are as a creator. An expansion and realization of who you are as a creator incarnate, where your incarnation is a blessing, which is allowing you to carry out the services of embracing and recognizing aspects of self and all of your glory from a sense of spiritual maturity. It's just that that maturity is embraced through the experience. The journey of the Alpha and the Omega coming together in an endless loop of eternity, which is love, and once again a great miracle and blessing. So, this is duality, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it.
Great.
Yeah.
So we'll just take a quick 5-minute break. Enjoy the music.
It's that fake. It's like the national anthem right here. Styles upon styles, directly from the fleet. Show life over verses exclusively. Within one vibrational energy, letting out Voltron on everything. Love, loving my love quadruple me. The truth of peace ain't no pieces here in the liquid's break. It's the essence invisible, all encompassing. Take a sip, it's so good, and I know they thirsty. Will we keep architect up in Zimmerman? Yo, just open up. Say no. Yo, bunch of surplus is that wave. Retro goals. Tools of the galaxy, baby. Dig. Back in times plus, brother, no not to quit. Spit something slick and get back to a sending. Lurking, wording, burst in service. Fire will corrupt. Wild and guidance fly amongst the stars with us. All in the delicious bliss of my grind. Different times taking me steady present beyond. Gifted dawn for the energy codes for dope show grow. Fine clothes. A conscious inner chakra activated. My soul glow. You can tell so I'm claiming the crop. Circle it up. Spread the message. Show me here in the flesh. Get enough. You know what's the stuff. Digging the nation through dust. It's bigger than sub. All of the trauma up. So every day the life forces all over with them. From the future side. Rise our life is the mission. Change it. Yo. Forever. Love.
Angel had a question.
He was such a performer, right?
So we're back. Duality, let's talk about it. We do have a question already. Comes from one of our galactic family members. He out there in the States right now. AAA, what's up? Y'all know him as Angel. Angel's asking Lavelle, do you believe that duality plays a role in eventually helping one realize this very illusion we experience, in turn raising one's vibration?
Yes. The well, the answer was in the statement. Well, actually, let me go back for a second. Once again, they are beyond belief systems, beyond all belief. The knowing of the heart space knows that the experience of duality, the experience of separation, which we are experiencing and which is our topic today, is but a catalyst of us realizing the nature of our unity and being a free will choice, where that free will, the gift of free will, is allowing us the ability to recognize this sense of unity within ourselves and being a choice, where that choice is based on our own spiritual maturity and recognizing that our separation and the variances of our essences within the physical is but an illusion when we realize this. And of course, through that catalyst of spiritual maturity and expansion, the vibration is raised to higher frequencies of experience, where we're experiencing the higher densities and frequency realities where more and more unity can be embraced based off of the acceptance and realizations that take place within ourselves based on the catalyst at hand, which is separation, duality. So, yes, we are raising our vibrations and recognizing the oneness of all. However, having the wisdom and intellectual capacity to recognize that it is a process and there are complexities within this reality that also respect the nature of who we are in being individual expressions, being divided at present based on the framework in which we've agreed upon in this moment. So,
Lucy stated, how you doing, Lucy? Stated, duality is a necessary aspect of the hologram to recognize oneness and that everything is connected. We spoke about this oneness thing earlier, so that was a statement that she put out.
Absolutely, Carrie. Beautifully stated.
Or Lucy.
Lucy, I'm sorry. Beautifully stated, Lucy.
I guess you can.
What else is there?
No, nothing yet, so you can speak about some other stuff.
Is there any other statements that's significant?
Lucy said the same thing in a different form. Mirror aspect of each other. Just a lot of. Nope. Pam, so you said you dislike chaos. If you'd like to elaborate on that, or if that was a question or just a statement, like there's various forms of chaos, so if you could elaborate on what you meant by that, I'm kind of curious myself.
Well, yes, from the sight, the mind's, within the mind's capacity to observe life, there is limitation. And that limitation drives what we see as chaos. The mind's filters, the perceptions and perspectives, these are all filters that the mind creates in viewing the nature of our experience. Once again, the nature of our experience is infinitely intelligent, and at the foundation of that infinite intelligence is a perfection that's beyond the mind's capacity to understand. So, what we may, or what the mind may see and describe or judge upon as chaos is actually order. Divine order, if you will. Not if you will, but divine order. It's just that, once again, the mind and its limitations and lack of capacity to see the bigger picture sees but that part, and that part is not, it doesn't compute because it doesn't make logical sense. It doesn't make sense to the individual and the mind's perspective because the logical mind is limited. However, to infinite intelligence, to the heart space, to a sense of grounding, there's always perfection. There's always order. And once again, our likes and dislikes are but opinions, which are temporary. Outside of our preference, I totally get where you're coming from. The distortions of suffering and chaos, and there seems to be no order or a disarray amongst the reality. However, in truth, from a much deeper space of being, from a grounded place of recognition, there is only divine order, and that which is of the greatest spiritual benefit of the all. So through your grounding, through your sense of acceptance, there is a healing balm of peace where you recognize this chaos and are able to better accept it for what it is, intelligence, and that which is happening beyond your capacity to understand at present. So, once again, as we ground, we move away from, I don't like this, I don't like that, this is cool, this is not cool, this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. These are all placements and judgments. Your individual preference is encoded within your experience. Being that you created this reality, you created this path of experience. So once again, your preference is there to say what you like or don't like or feel is necessary to reiterate your preference goes against the nature of your experience. Your preference is there already. You're here to experience your preference. Once again, the mind's filters and attempts to identify what it likes and doesn't like come from a space of ignorance. Because that which the mind is quick to say it doesn't like usually ends up being a blessing that the mind could never even imagine unfolding. The mind is quick to place judgments on things that take place from a place of ignorance, being that it doesn't recognize the nature of perfection and its constant manifestation in this now moment. So we back away from reiterating our preferences and we embrace gratitude because we're alive. We're experiencing life. We're experiencing a miracle, a gift of endless, constant blessings that are continuous. It's just within a sense of spiritual maturity that we digress and move away from this mental activity that is quick to label what's taking place before us. Have any more statements?
Carrie just said, yes, always trust with gratitude in the space of more peace with knowing. Mel said opinion is from the ego.
So once again, we are speaking on duality. Yes, the dualistic experience is a catalyst and a grand opportunity, if you will, for us to evolve and being a experience of our own design. Of our own design. We've become very comfortable with the nature of duality. And once again, the evolution into the higher realms of experience is not void of individuality, individual harmonic expression, a sense of embrace of your own sense of being. Even amongst the heavenly realms, there are those that prefer lavish environments of pure abundance, and there are those that still enjoy the simplicities of minimalism. There are sexual experiences and preferences. There is still the physical illusion of separation or a physical reality within the heavenly realms. Once again, we're not speaking of a place void of certain aspects of the experience that we're experiencing now. There's still you and me. However, there's a recognition of the one where we coexist harmoniously. And being reflections. Once again, there's still you and me amongst the heavenly realms, vibrational frequencies, states of awareness, the spiritual hierarchies that be, the planes of existence that there are to explore, the planes of existence that we're there to serve. Amongst the vastness of reality, there's still these planes of existence. However, from a much more aligned space of being, if you will, that we recognize these things. From a much more aligned sense of presence where we can actually coexist beyond competition, war, comparison, the aspects of duality, judgment, labels, the mental framework of fear, all of these aspects of the illusion. They're there. However, from a more aligned place, we recognize these realities. You have any more statements, bro?
Yep. Yeah. Carrie Chu. Having a good sense of humor to laugh naturally and freely being my true self assists me a lot in raising my vibration where I am currently in the dense city. Always more love as we serve.
Absolutely. The joys of living, appreciation, the release of energy through laughter. This is our energy release. It is healing. Once again, allowing these energies to be released, clearing the energy field allowing yourself to feel. Once again, the nature of existence, the blessing of being, is in our ability to feel. There's a cop-out in attempting to numb yourself to what's taking place. Allow yourself the freedom to feel. It's the zest of life. It's the elixir of beingness. Feeling. They're temporary. And once again, the nature of our grounding work is in always returning to that place of stability, which is the frequency of peace that remains constant and eternal within our heart space. This is who we are in truth. However, the freedom and joy and blessing of actually experiencing life itself comes with our ability to temporarily venture out and experience joy and laughter and play. And once again, there's even denser frequencies that we're here to embrace. Sadness and once again, compassion and empathy. These are the colors of the rainbow. This is the nature of the split, the free will spectrum that glides and expands upon reality. We're here to experience all of this. It's what makes life, what allows life to be beautiful. The garden is beautiful only through the diversity of frequencies, the colors, the aspects of creation. Once again, all reflections of the self. As leaders, and I speak of this quite often, especially when it comes to laughter, there's nothing out of place or wrong about laughter and the enjoyment of life. However, a sense of balance is where you are serious, focused, stable. We move as the water does with our feelings, and we shift. However, amongst this transition, there are those that embrace these frequencies, however, are quick and stable in their ability to return to the frequency of peace and knowing, clarity, within a space of infinite intelligence or access to cosmic connection from that place of clarity, from the frequency of peace, and expressing the nature of this now moment. I have a good time. I have a very, very vivid and for lack of a better term, animated laugh. It's very big. I laugh from my stomach. It's very big, and I like to touch people when I laugh and put. I do. I enjoy life. However, within the same framework, there's a deep sense of knowing within myself that knows we're experiencing a transition at the moment, and there's an ability for me to snap back into that place of peace and focus and stability, where I can speak from a place of calm, healing, intelligence, and knowing what's taking place here on the planet, and being aware of all that is, and being in a place that allows me to remain empathetic to those who are experiencing levels of suffering and physical pain at the moment. Not to say that I operate on a lower frequency plane of vibration and being or feeling sorry or showing pity or not being able to laugh and enjoy life. I do. Till its fullest. I live very vibrantly. However, once again, the sense of focus and maturity is in me being able to maintain and continue to return to the heart space within the resident frequency of peace, where I can perform the responsibilities that are necessary for me as your Commander Ashtar. So once again, please enjoy your life. There's nothing wrong or right here. You're here to experience, and once again, gratitude is embodied through a sense of joy, through a sense of happiness and peace and love, play, a sense of innocence. Once again, these are all aspects of your being, the truth of your being, the child you were fresh out of heaven here on planet Earth. This is the nature of your presence. However, once again, there are aspects that are here to embrace missions that require a deeper and deeper sense of stability in recognizing the all on a deeper level. What you got, CeeLo?
Lucy. So duality is ultimately lower vibrational and fear-based, or does it have positive aspects also?
So, let me go back to the beginning. Beyond being positive or negative, duality is. Duality is but the separation of the one. Once again, the separation of the one serves. The separation of the one serves as one of the many spectrums amongst infinite intelligence that orchestrates the nature of infinite intelligence, an expansion of the love that is, a continuous expansion of the love that is. It's but a spectrum of experience, beyond the judgments of good or bad, right or wrong, or positive or negative. Duality is those choosing to remain within a frequency of reality or frequency of being that is within the framework of duality, experience some of the densities that come with the dualistic experience. However, once again, it's not to say that it's good or bad, or positive or negative. It's duality. It's the catalyst. Those preparing to evolve, or prepared to evolve from a place of spiritual maturity, prepared to evolve into the heavenly realms, are ready to do so. It is a free will choice. However, duality is not a punishment, if you will. It's a catalyst. And once again, the nature of our dualistic experience has allowed us the blessing of being aware in this now moment and allowing ourselves to evolve into higher frameworks of existence. So once again, duality is. It's good. Anything else, bro?
No, I said we go into a break.
Yeah, it is 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for connecting with us. It's always a great pleasure to connect. We're going to move into a small break. We've finished our first portion, our first hour, and it's halftime. So I'm going to let Overseas, your maestro, take over, and we'll get into a bit of music.
All right. So y'all want a good laugh? I'm about to give you one because I love this song right here. It's got a pretty good skit in it. But however, I've noticed that on the feed that I'm missing maybe a few statements or comments or questions from my iPad to Lavelle's phone, as I'm using Lavelle's phone to see the questions. So if we have not gotten to any of those questions or statements, please reiterate those during the break, and then we can get back to it. Appreciate it. Anyway, here we go. Liquid 1981. Still on the Universal Brothers page. Basement Politics of UBC. Enjoy.
Word unto your mother.
Is there any way you can share the link?
Why are you still talking like you're in the 80s?
I think Steve was actually going to the
said it was my
SoundCloud,
decade,
copy
and
the
I'm
link,
still
and then
never
post it into
leaving.
the actual feed. So you have to actually go out of here, going to SoundCloud, get the link.
Always more portals.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me know how we go. Let's go to work. Oh,
What's up, girl?
steady. Stellar. Granted, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yo, nigga, you so virtual. On cloud nine with it. When we hang out, young with your day out. I wake right on beats, let them bang out. Wanna verse movie balls like a playhouse. I'ma jump around with me, boys. Since you got the patron D, man, we got the fleets.
Yo, you know what happened?
In the willows, one step at a time. We going home.
Everybody always asks me about this because Sean backstage, right? He's very adamant about the speech from the stomach, right? Yeah. And singing prepared a house song, right? And basically, you can see the video. Basically, what he was trying to do was he was attempting to yeah, she did. This is what she asked me about. She was attempting to, his ex-girlfriend was there. Yeah, her and her friend.
To the break of dawn. Will you stop that on and then early morning?
Welcome to the holodeck, we still here.
Because they were having some issues in relationships. He went
More waves,
to
let's let it flow.
talk to her about their issues.
Yo. It's a mirage, and we all involved. Take your time, just let it roll. Tripping up a vision like that. Wait, if a vision got me on my toes. Yeah. Trying to see me in the veil with the curtains closed. Can't see it through the ball of my nose. Over hard, I just let it go. Like a bird or a butterfly high up. Yeah. More self-love, let it try some. More self-love, let it try some. More self-love, let it try some. Resurrect the blessing like the first time, bro. Standing outside in the cold. Standing outside in the cold, trying to get in show.
I mean,
Let the love verse sing in the hologram mirage.
context.
Everybody was my songs that was long in the caution. With all due respect, can I kiss your neck just to peck and connect? I just taste your breath. You know my quest is more than flesh. Receive me blessings. Reflections, my medicines, it's omnipresent. I feel your texture, it's the bliss of heaven. It's my home.
Okay, anyway, this right there,
It's never give me.
we had these big forums where everybody would come because so we started at a cafe and I was like, alright, cool, let's go out there and we'll do the talk there. And we invite them to do seminars, and then we have a group discussion, and then we have a whole everybody gets to sing and laugh. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, since we've been doing it here, attendance have been basically cool, and so people really like it. Before we had big crowds and stuff, we have discussions and stuff, you know what I mean? It was cool. Yo, you bugging, right? Yeah. Silly, yo. Absolute.
And we're back. Once again, that was Liquid 1981. And usually we share the link into the live feed. However, the maestro that does that Shout out to Amon Ra. We just speaking about him. What's up, man? If you want to feed, he usually shares the link. But if you guys are interested, just let me know, and I'll post the links up into the feed at the duration of the Let's Build. So, all right. So, anybody have any questions at this time concerning duality?
Cool. Once again, the second half of our program, we're speaking on the nature of duality and being the catalyst of separation that is the illusion, which we have decided upon to experience, which is assisting us in evolving, in recognizing the nature of the vastness that is who we are as prime creator, from the microcosm to the macro. It's an infinite expansion from the minuscule to the vastness of the divine, and all being divine within who we are as a creator. So once again, a great blessing to be here and express what it is that we are experiencing beyond all belief systems, from a place of knowing. This is the nature of our existence and our ability to express. So thank you for being here. Once again, duality comes with many, many blessings. Gesundheit. The evolutionary process through the densities, in recognizing the first in mineral, fire, air, water, elemental, into the animal, plant realms, up into the third dimensional self-awareness, where there's individual needs beyond the group framework, into the individualistic aspects of creation, and individual need provides us with all types of opportunities and aspects of creation to experience, which includes the natures of the rainbow, which we described before, the frequencies of being. Bless you. And I also would like to point out that those frequencies within that rainbow are, once again, significantly close to chakra colors, the energy fields, the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet framework that we speak of, indigo, violet framework that we speak of when we speak about energy fields. Once again, all interconnected, all aspects of existence and creation. Looks like we got something over here that's not.
Yeah, it's not registering, right? See? Yes.
Maybe you can take the laptop and pull it so you can read from there, bro. Just take it.
What, the laptop?
Yeah, no, the iPad, my bad.
Okay. So, yeah. Let's see if we missed anything here. Okay, let's see here.
Scroll more up, see what else you got.
Okay, this is where I left off on that. So, Carrie shared a little story about compassion. Although she does not suppress her feelings, when she was younger, her mom didn't approve of her being happy and joyful, as her mother didn't have that when she was younger. So now Carrie shows her mother that it is possible and that it can get better for her, and forgave her mother for hurting her when she was younger as a kid and while she was vulnerable at her care, but she still shows her mother compassion always without any judgment. So it's still going to have to be put Hold on, folks. We just got some technical difficulties right now. Actually, physical difficulties. Let me see if it leans back. We had this problem at the hospital, remember? What did we do?
Oh, you put it on this top. My bad. No, this way.
Bail. We in the house. Wait a minute, let me move this back a little bit. Woo! You saw that? We flipped on y'all. You know what I mean? Duality. It's kind of high now. We gotta, hold up. Switch the camera back. There we go. Yeah. Kind of have to. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Do your thing. Talk. Put something behind it.
So what was the statement again?
Oh, for Carrie?
Yeah.
She was sharing a story about her mother when Carrie was younger. That her mother did not approve of her happiness or being happy because her mother didn't get to experience that when she was younger. But now she shows her mother that it's very possible always to be grateful and be happy, and shows her mother compassion and forgave her for those times of when she was younger, and from a place of unconditional love.
Absolutely. Letting go and allowing, once again, through our ability to let go, we allow the flow of experience to move on its way. It served its purpose in ways that allowed us to clear and evolve most graciously, and we bid it farewell through accepting and allowing the energies to move forward. What else you got?
Maldisa, what's going on? Letting go of controlling every aspect of the illusion helps us to heal more. Being totally here, no matter what is going on around us or elsewhere in the world. Grounding and acting in the moment naturally, as natural as a wave that doesn't ebb or flow until it's natural to do so. I like how you put that, Maldisa.
Absolutely. Once again, the water, as the water, be like the water, move, allow it to flow. Once again, the resistance is where we cater to many blockages and attempting to control the circumstances. Yes, once again, there are decisions that are necessary for us to make within our reality, because this is a proactive experience. We're experiencing ourselves, our own creations. However, a catalyst of our spiritual maturity is having the ability to make those decisions, embracing the masculine, the divine masculine energy that allows us to make those decisions and use our free will to choose what is best, that we embrace and recognize in this now moment, and moving in the direction that we embrace, which resonates with us. However, once again, the divine feminine allows us to accept and realize that there's nothing necessary for us to control. Life is in itself infinitely intelligent and beyond the capacity of what the mind is willing to realize at this present moment, as far as what is unfolding for us and being for our greatest spiritual benefit. However, working with both of those energies through the intuition, which is where we continue to allow the path to be most gracious and grateful, or graceful, if you will, in all that we do. So once again, both your expressions, Carrie and Maldisa, are in alignment with the nature of the heart space, and as you move forward on your path, thank you for doing so and sharing your stories.
I got something up here. It's kind of confusing. Alice. So Alice says, yes, abort sex. I feel I can do sex even if it is one. Is lower. It may can sane and human speakers. So yeah,
Go ahead. No, Alice is in France.
Okay.
Greeting, Alice. Nice to connect with you again, as always. It's not our first, English is not our first language, but
right.
once again, I'm receiving the transmission, if you will.
Sure.
So,
Let's Carrie got something. Carrie states, it will attract if in some way, shape, or form that you're a vibrational match in the physical space, which can bring to manifestation. The stronger the feeling you have of desire, the more likely it will happen. Affirmations.
Well, understand this. Well, read this thing one more time.
One more time. It will attract if in some way, shape, or form that you're a vibrational match in the physical space, which can bring to manifestation. The stronger the feeling you have of desire, the more likely it will happen.
So, understand this. The nature of your experience, once again, you've created it already. This is your creation. The frequency of satisfaction is what gets it all done. The frequency of satisfaction is what caters to the manifestations of that which you've already created. There's nothing that you could possibly desire that you've not already created for yourself. This is what you're here to experience. You're here to experience your deepest desires. Deepest desires, so deep that the mind has no idea of 80% of what you're actually here to realize. It may have a small inclination, reflective or relevant of that 20%. However, once again, life is a blessing and a miracle, which you are here to experience. Once again, the frequency of satisfaction and gratitude, acceptance, and embrace of what it is that you're here experiencing is allowing all that you could possibly ever desire to manifest itself into your reality, because that's what you were born to do. That's what you're here for. You're here to unfold these blessings. That's what you're here for. Once again, it's nothing that you can project or hold on to a particular projection and attempting to attract an aspect of experience into your life as if this is not what you're already here to experience. A lot of, once again, pre-awakening, pre-activation, if you will. My life consisted of the deepest depths and a plethora of reading material. Of course, the author Charles Hannell went and hung out with the yogis of India for quite some time in the 1800s, came to the Western world and translated a book that he called the Master Key System. The Master Key System becoming the blueprint of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, the Born Rich series through Bob Proctor. Of course, this all gave birth to The Secret, which became popularized through Oprah's bestseller reading list, or whatever the case may be. Once again, this was the nature of my studies in attempting to realize the nature of existence and the foundation of abundance in which we experience. Beyond those texts is a deeper reality of realizing the nature of what it is that life is, which we are here to experience. Beyond the mental projections and attempting to attract and manifest the things that we want in our life as if life is not what we want. Life is more than you could ever imagine. More than you could ever want. The mind has the capacity to desire in itself. Once again, you're breathing. This is life. A spectacle, a miracle to say the least. Once again, the word or sound vibration of miracle doesn't do the experience of life justice and truth. It doesn't. It's most magnificent, most beautiful. This is what you're here to experience. So once again, through an awakening process, through a deep sense of grounding and presence, you realize the superficial nature of these things. Yes, beautiful, positive thinking does cater to a high vibrational frequency, which is allowing for the things that you created for yourself to manifest into your experience. Great. Once again, they help and assist while you're healing, because while you're healing, you're still thinking. And of course, you have the ability to choose the thought patterns and frequencies of thought that you want to entertain at present. Very conducive to healing and allowing your blessings and the comforts of life to manifest themselves into your reality. However, once again, the foundational aspects of healing remain in the frequency of peace, remain in the vibrational projection and entertainment of the frequency of gratitude, and realizing you're already being assisted and guided in the greatest, most intellectual way or infinitely intelligent way possible by who we are, the angelic realms. All is well indeed. Be here, love, enjoy, breathe. It's life. You're alive. What else you got, bro?
So, Davina Pierce, would you say this is considered mastering duality, such as allowing the barriers to fall away, therefore returning to wholeness?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was well spoken. Self-mastery within the hologram, amongst reflections, recognizing a sense of spirituality and able to harmoniously coexist amongst the hologram, respecting it, however, realizing the divine truth within oneself, realizing and maintaining and sitting in a space where that foundation of divine truth is unshakable, unbendable, it goes nowhere, it's stable. This is where you want to operate from. Amongst the illusion, of course, as we heal, as the linear experience of space-time unfolds itself and we expand here in the physical and do the work that we're here to do and being of service to those preparing themselves to expand and those that are barely witnessing and spectating the nature of this expansion. Once again, we're here to serve all. Even those not ascending are going to experience the temporary experience of the liberation of humanity, where there's a soul imprint that comes along with realizing the divine truth after such chaos. Beyond the densities of darkness, there's a soul imprint to realize that which the heart already knew the entire time actually being true. There's an imprint that comes with that. On the soul level, this is one of the many blessings that comes along with this transition. What else you got, bro?
Well, you answered Carrie's question earlier about the feeling of desire and more likely it will happen.
Yep.
But she also had a part 2 to that question.
Yep.
Can you relate that to free will? I guess what we spoke about last week. But
Free will in as far as our desires and what we came here to experience.
Exactly.
Free will, the choice that you have to embrace the infinite intelligence that is. Once again, you have the free will choice to resist what's taking place. The mind attempting to recognize or filter or judge what it feels is necessary for the manifestation of that which you came here to experience. Those are all free will choices. Of course, wisdom in action would be the acceptance of what's taking place and allowing the infinite intelligence of creation, of your creation, to manifest itself beyond attempting to control things or filter that which feels or you may view as something that you don't want or out of alignment with that which you want to experience. Once again, these are judgments. the mind attempting to realize the orchestrations of infinite intelligence. Limited. What else you got, bro?
Let's see. Carrie stating she's got a library of books. I guess when you're speaking about the books. Osho, ones are very direct, I find. She says, interested in relation to free will, but already designed our experience with some amnesia. Here in this hologram.
Yeah.
So, yep. After that, yes, Mel, we enjoy the Let's Build as well. Greetings to all that are in attendance, and continue to do so week on week. And continue to ground with us here. Thank you. That's it. Yep, we're on the road now.
Hello, Roxana. Greetings. Thank you for being here.
Marissa, what's up, Marissa? How you doing? So,
The nature of duality and polarity. Thank you for chiming in, son. Always a pleasure to connect with you. We expressed that earlier, duality being but the mere separation of the one. Polarity being an extension or the extension or emotional extremes of that one that includes that separation. Polarity, for example, being pro versus anti. This is polarity. Once again, these are the emotional extremes that are the foundation of the dramas that many humans choose to participate in. To include many awakened souls choosing to participate in the dramas of the illusion, being anti or pro whatever. Once again, there's only perfection within the divine space that is in this now moment. Of course, all distortions will dissolve as they rightfully do, based on your ability to accept this now moment as perfect. And recognizing there's only divine order, and to feel as if you have to fight for order only creates more chaos. Once again, you give your energies to the illusion, and the illusions continue to vitalize themselves based on your willingness to provide them with energy. You're investing your energy into that which doesn't exist, where through your energy invested, you validate the actual existence of the illusion. And therefore, it continues within your reality. Yes, many harmful, dense experiences manifest themselves amongst humanity. However, once again, they parade themselves and are promoted amongst humanity on all aspects of all media outlets, which are truly controlled by the cabal. Once again, from a deeper space of grounding and sensitivity, you realize that these are but taunts attempting to get you to pay attention to that which you don't want to experience. Pay attention to the drama. Pay attention to the suffering. This is not to say that there is no compassion towards those experiencing suffering. However, an embrace of the divine truth caters to the manifestation and unfoldment and expansion of the divine truth beyond the illusion through the energy being invested. Once again, you don't fight for peace, you peace for peace. Right? Once again, the truth can be rather simple. However, the mind and its prerequisites in attempting to realize the nature of what's taking place only caters to more chaos in attempting to realize the nature of the divine. All is well indeed.
One more question, and then I think we should take one more break.
Yeah,
Do
cool.
the last segment.
Yeah.
Lucy, how you doing, Lucy? Are all forms of suffering we experience due Dualistic in nature. Dualistic in nature. That's a good one.
Excellent question. Yes. In recognizing all within, and recognizing the perfection of this now moment. And recognizing the blessing of life beyond all illusion. There's only gratitude. The blessing of life itself, within the space of peace, within the space of grace, within the truth of a unified field of unconditional love vibrating at the frequency of eternity, which is peace. Love is. Separation remains, or suffering remains, but a catalyst and byproduct of the illusion of separation, where the suffering is there to assist in us realizing the truth. It serves, just as all vibrational frequencies serve, as a catalyst of self-realization of the divine truth. There's only one divine truth, and that's peace. Beyond separation, there is no suffering. Once again, beyond separation of self, within oneself, even if it doesn't have to do with an outside party, within oneself, when you recognize a sense of peace, when you recognize the divine truth, all distortions, all lower frequencies dissolve themselves. Once again, the highest vibrational frequency and most powerful frequency in existence throughout the multiverse is unconditional love, which is eternal and the fabric of existence. Outside of this, there is suffering. Within that space of being, there is gratitude. Embrace it, allow it. Absolute. With that being said, we're going to take our third quarter break, moving into the fourth quarter and last half-hour segment of our 2-hour talk on Let's Build. We're going to play a musical selection, and during the musical selection, it would behoove you, if you do have any inquiries of us to talk about, or any subject matters you'd like to speak about, then now will be the time to do so. Thank you for being here. Once again, a great pleasure and honor to connect with you. We are the Angelic Realms of the Galactic Council of the Galactic Federation of Light. I am your Commander Ashtar.
So, ladies and gentlemen, galactic sisters and brothers, I got something special for y'all. Hot off the press, fresh on the boards. All right, from Mr. Commander Ashtar himself. I think he going with Skywalker on this song right here. He's it's funny because we're doing the duality right now, and he actually got in tune with his intergalactic gangster, if you will. So this track right here is titled Jabba Fat.
You actually can share that link. Y'all share.
Yeah, share that.
It's that Jabba the Hutt right here. Them galactic bastards. Lord. Yo, nigga here waiting to the graces page. Jabba said fat, baby, you're my chain. Jabba said fat, Jabba said fat, Jabba said fat, baby, you're my chain. Yo, let the jazz play when I'm with my gang. Yo, gang, 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 yo, Scotty, yo, we let it get bigger, let it get jump. Nigga, 113, Skywalker with him. Some of that is like we chillin' when we give up. We turn into the jungle when we young and vanilla. I'm mashed on now, I with the sound, but I'm always getting down. You can tell the beginning we can't diminish. In the suits we do what eat pizza. I rock Osaki, my model Yoshi, got shredded, I shred up the comics. Master Yoda, I'm never
in lane dope in the bow, dope won't be flex on. Threes up like squad goals. UBC, that's what I know. All ETs we can for. Out of town in the Benzo. Commotion causes no codes of carpet, so cobblestone European stats. We keep it cool in your style, man. Once again, y'all. Yo, this real karate, I'm getting the booty like aya, 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 aya. I'm chopping up game while I kick it with dancing. They want me come run, but I'm tired. I two-step, but you gon' slide. Electric, yeah. Tesla, I'm free on the records. Stay recollecting on my blessings. But then it's slurpee from the 7-Eleven. Up the block, I'm posted by projects. From the projects, from the projects, I'm ascending. My mom was raised on the villa. My daddy from Black. Well, up, south side, go, speak out, tell, yes, well. Tells I real, I'm on the flex. I'm showing out, but I relax. Got the geisha for the cornerstone. Pull up on the most like Cisco. But me and Tanner used to bam them before we moved down to Atlanta. Lived in the north, my school was in the east. I put salsa up when I'm on camera. Now I throw threes in the air, threes in the air, baby. We be instant masters. 666. Like coach when I dip. Psycho when I spit. On the map before I pitch. Yeah, we out in this bitch. You know a song with my kid. Pronunciation so sick. Every time we on that mind, I tell the nigga we delighting under the sky like it's a surprise. It be so nice out here. I take that diamonds when I slice on fear. Won't you get together in here? What's up, Jabba the Hutt? When I bust your fat. Won't you get it together in here? What's up, Jabba the Hutt? When I bust your fat.
So, yeah, that was Jabba Fat. So, if y'all in any, that's a correlation to Star Wars, of course. We're very big Star Wars fans over here. Star Trek as well, but yeah. So that just reminded us of what's that? Episode 6, yeah, Return of the Jedi. Yeah, if y'all remember the scene when he had Princess Leia on the chain. And had all his goons around him, you know, all the bounty hunters. That was like the essence that he brought out, that galactic gangster. But don't be alarmed, though. It's still unconditional love over here on this side. So we back. Let's build. 4th quarter. Commander Astar, take it home, man.
Absolutely. So do we have any inquiries on our...
Let's check it out. I think everybody was dancing and grooving with us. Yeah, tight. Oh yes, Jabba. Let's see. Okay, I got one right here. Let me see if I got any more. Fat. All right, here we go. Okay, Carrie states, sometimes it is hard upon observing what human beings influenced by the cabal can get up to, or shall we say, get down to. That was her statement.
Yeah. Very much so. However, you have the stability within to embrace and accept. Once again, your level of love, the level of self-love, the level of self-acceptance, the level of self-forgiveness is your capacity to accept and allow that these beings are doing what is necessary in alignment with the One. Once again, the orchestrations of infinite intelligence are beyond logical comprehension. So, of course, none of it will ever make sense. And some will say, I think in terms of most humanities, I can't believe in a God that will allow this level of destruction and suffering and heinous amongst life. However, in the same token, amongst the heavenly realms, there's a synergy to that energy where there's a disbelief amongst the level of joy and abundance and bliss and grace that the divine will allow for all incarnates. Once again, these are to be embraced as the experiences that we've created for ourselves. The illusions are dense and can be quite shocking. However, once again, the illusions are just that, illusions. However, the joy and bliss, that is the truth of the abundance that is to be experienced within the heavenly realms, are much more fantastic than the mind could ever receive or have a capacity to realize or embrace. So once again, the light that shines has a much greater capacity, which is to be realized through your ability to accept and allow what is. There are no victims here. All are experiencing what's necessary. All are experiencing what's necessary. Beyond the judgment, outside judgments of assuming that an aspect of creation is a victim to anything that someone outside of themselves have created. Once again, all are created and participating in their own creations. Even those who are being afflicted, those afflicting and those being afflicted are experiencing what they created. This is a spiritual agreement amongst the two within the framework of duality. Once again, it gets a lot deeper than the observer is willing to recognize. What you got?
Okay, I know we had a comment. I don't know if it was a question, but Joe Broderick spoke about omni-duality. It was just, that's all he stated, was omni-duality.
As an aspect of the omniverse. Once again, the dimensional frameworks amongst the multiverse are vast. Within the physical framework of the illusion, the physical heavens, within the vastness of creation, there is a level of separation, or duality, if you will. However, there's also a recognition of the one as reflective in the spiritual hierarchies. The Logi and aspects of the Galactic Council in recognition of the cosmic councils, solar councils, and universal councils of the heavens all coexist and recognize each other and embrace each other as aspects of the divine, of the one, aspects of Prime Creator, all working in correlation and assisting the multiverse in its own ascension, in its own realization, full awakeness amongst the totality of creation, all coexisting, cooperating with each other, cooperating harmoniously. This is but a recognition of that. Thank you for that statement. What else do you have?
Next is from Sherry Darling. What's going on, Sherry? I don't know how to ask this question in a straightforward, simple way. But how much responsibility do I have to my children, teenage boys, whom I love and care for, but I suffer through them in my concern that I have not made the best decision for them, or when I attempt to control their experience for safety reasons.
Reasons.
Safety reasons, yeah.
Is that it?
That's pretty much it. It would say more.
Okay, got you. So,
Sure.
greetings, Sherry. A blessing to connect with you indeed. From a concerned mother, nurturing, feminine energy. I have a concerned mother as well. Once again, concern remains within the frequencies of fear. Me being thousands of miles away from my physical parents, there is a bit of concern. There's an empathy towards this. I don't have children of my own. However, I have a deep awareness of many, many lifetimes of experience where I could sense a deep sense of nurturing energy and being born in July. My birthday's next week. So I'm a nurturer as well. And of course, the energies that come with the sense of nurturing have to do with wanting the best safety, protection, wanting to nurture, attempting to take care of aspects of creation. Your sons, young men blossoming into their realities of experience. The teenagers, they're moving from a place of dependency into a space of independence and assisting and attempting to realize the nature of independence. Once again, Mom, as you heal, you realize that just as you have assistance, your offspring have assistance as well. They're here to experience their creations. Their creations are perfect just as your creation is perfect, just as your path is perfect. All is well with your children. However, especially when it comes to safety, it's necessary to ground and embrace your intuition. However, it's also necessary to recognize your own fears. A lot of times we are dealing with our own fears, and when we're responsible for other beings, we're responsible for other incarnates, we're attempting to protect them from things that we're scared of. It is not anyone's place to tell you how to raise your children within the parameters of free will. However, I will suggest that as you ground and heal, there is an honest recognition of the distortions within yourself. Yes, children are very playful and neglect to recognize some of the many programs and dangers that we've come to accept within the framework of our reality. However, once again, the dangers and programs that we've accepted within our reality are merely illusions. We have to digress and allow them to experience what they created for themselves with a sense of trust and confidence. This is how you build leaders. Never has the leadership roles amongst who we are, the spiritual hierarchies, ever been about dependency. Once again, we express what's necessary or what's known within the heart space that resonates with all who connect with these transmissions. However, once again, the leadership abilities in all who tune in and connect with these transmissions is in their ability to trust what they know within themselves and not being here to receive answers or guidance or have anyone tell them what to do. So in a nutshell, as you work on yourself and trust yourself more, as you release the fears within yourself more, you're better able to nurture your children through the high vibrational energies and frequencies of healing that allow you to maintain your sense of stability, so you are there for them on an energetic level, on a spiritual level, which is more important than any level of existence there is. Be there for them energetically within a space of calm. Once again, my mother or anyone who cares for me worrying about me is not helping me. It's not helping me at all that you're worried about me. Sending love and being in a space of gratitude, of course, showing a sense of care and embrace and recognition of the divinity that is who I am as your offspring is very, very helpful. However, you being in a space of fear for me is not helping me at all. And this goes with the frequency of concern. Love, love, love your children from a place of peace and confidence and healing. The greatest service you can ever provide anybody here is in healing yourself and knowing that all is well. What else you got, bro?
So this one's from Lucy. As Gaia has risen its vibration to 5D, affecting us all and assisting to raise our out of 3D duality into unity consciousness, will duality completely fade out in the years to come, or will there always be aspects of duality? So the question is duality just part of the process and will always coexist within our reality?
Great question once again, Lucy. Those of us here from millions of years in the future, such as myself, we exist within, or the society that we exist within in the galactics, amongst the cosmos, amongst our galactic communities. We exist within a space of unity. However, on a conscious level, we exist within a space of unity consciousness. Unity consciousness. This is many, many generations into the future of humanity, which is this timeline that you're experiencing at present. We experience unity consciousness on a conscious level, however, we still exist physically within the spaces of separation, where we still recognize the individual incarnates, of course being multidimensional, where we're able to recognize a multitude of incarnates all at the same time, which is complex in itself. However, the dualistic experience is temporary and once again a catalyst of the elevation in frequency and expansion. You're experiencing duality in this now moment, yes. But once again, the dualistic experience is a temporary experience which is an aspect of the evolution of humanity as a whole. Within the linear experience of humanity at present, there is an ending of duality, or a shifting, a gentle shifting into a space of unity consciousness on one level, on an energetic level, of course. So no, duality is not the forever experience. It's the temporary experience. However, for now, we recognize and respect the nature of duality as we heal. Yeah. What you got?
Sanzuki gave you a happy birthday, early birthday shout out. You know what I mean?
Thank you, son.
Yeah, 7-Eleven coming up. Let's see. Okay, and she also has a something to share here. Wait a minute. So this is from Son. I am in a space similar to Sherry, but my father doesn't have a job and wants to just sit on my aging grandmother's couch. He's almost 50, and if he doesn't have money for cigarettes, he steals it. He took money out of my daughter's piggy bank, and the energy of concern is there.
So, intuition, son. Intuition. There's a sense of trust and grounding necessary to accept what's taking place. A level of compassion necessary for the experience. It's all happening as it should. Allow it. However, when you've reached a place of complete and utter discomfort, once again, you have the free will to make decisions as you should. However, for now, allow. You're dealing with close relatives, and once again, a lot of times with close relatives, they're serving a very, very great purpose that is truly in depth and has a lot to do with some of the deepest aspects of our energy field. Once again, your design, this design that you're experiencing, is designed by you. It's designed by you in its purity. And with recognizing that, it's necessary to realize that you know how to press your own buttons. Those things that bother you the most are usually addressed within the immediate circle that you're dealing with, especially within the emotional gymnasium that is your family. A lifelong relationship. Once again, this is a creation that you've chosen. You've designed, and the infinite intelligent orchestrations of your infinite intelligence has decided that this is what was most necessary and most beneficial for you. So it is necessary to embrace it. What you got, bro?
Sherry, darling, says, very much gratitude to you always. You speak what I know, and yes, I am experiencing and feeling my fears continuously in this part of my journey. You have assisted me so much in the past several years. I love you and thank you.
I love you too. Thank you for being here.
And Lucy replied to your answer that is exactly what she has thought, and it's temporary and an aspect of our evolution. Thanks again.
Always.
Now here's a question for you. You got two coming up, and I want to state that we're in our last 10 minutes.
Yes, all good.
So, Okay, so from Enishma, I hope I pronounced that right. What is the nature of duality? What is duality? How else can it be? How do we get the mass there? Do you feel the motion is towards duality or away from it? I think that's like a two-part question.
The nature of duality is but the separation of the one, the physical illusion, the illusion that I am this body and you're in that body, the invisible essence that is love, which combines us all being the divine truth of who we are as one. Once again, duality and being the physical experience. That's what we're here to experience. What else can there be? There can be unity. And this is not all. Once again, this is you're hinting at the different realities and infinite multitudes of universes that exist, multidimensional universes that exist amongst the vastness. Once again, there's everything. All that is possible is infinite universe of infinite possibilities. That is what is. How do we get the masses there? We don't get the masses there. You make the choice to get there yourself. You are the masses. You are the all. It's not about others. It's about you. It's not about raising everybody else's frequency. It's about you raising your frequency and having and everyone else being but a catalyst of your acceptance. Once again, can you accept that everyone is where they are at present? This is where you raise your vibrational frequency. The motion, the motion is your free will decision. Once again, you are incarnate of the all, prime creator, here within the human experience, which at present is experiencing a level of duality. The trajectory or motion of experience is based on your free will decision. Are you allowing yourself to embrace the intuition? Is your intent to evolve? Is your intent to heal? Are you allowing the opportunities to heal and embracing more unity within your reality to manifest itself? This is the trajectory. It's all your decision, a free will decision of your own. So once again, the trajectory is either you remaining within the realms of duality or you choosing to evolve and make this leap in evolution and gradually shifting back into the heavenly realms which remains within the space of unity, consciousness. So this is the trajectory.
Hi, Miss Ellen.
Hi, Miss Ellen.
So, Sherry Darling has one last question, which I believe would be our last question for the evening. What does it mean that we are evolving beyond the need for illness and physical death? My head wants to grasp this. Thank you.
What does it mean? It means you are evolving into a place of recognizing the divine truth. When you are aware of your perfection, there is perfection. This awareness is an embodiment, a confident embodiment that is unshakable. The distortions of physical illness or ailments are but catalysts, just as duality is a catalyst. We create these experiences to assist us in recognizing the internal stability of our grace, of our beauty, of our divinity, beyond the illusion, beyond all physical distortions? Can you recognize who you are? Beyond the dramas of the TV, can you recognize the frequency that is? Do you recognize the love that is beyond the distortions and filters of hatred and judgment, separation and racism? All the distortions that exist within the illusion. Do you as source truly embody and accept the divine truth of your existence beyond all that seems to be proving that this is not the truth? The nature of your existence, the nature of your evolution. Do you accept that you're perfect? Can you embrace it? Can you embody it? Can you forgive? Can you be compassionate? Can you allow? It's your free will choice. You're here. Right here, right now. And it's a constant practice. This is not about saying, yes, yes, I know, I know, I know. It's a practice. It's an embodiment. And as simple as it sounds, it's the hardest work on the face of this earth. And it's not taking place outside of you. It's in the mirror. This is the work. As leaders, you would not be here if you were not up for it. If you were not strong enough to do the work, you would not be here. So once again, ascension is the evolution, the leap in evolution beyond illness, physical death, reincarnation cycles, pain to a significant level. There's still pain, but it's very, very insignificant based on the scale that we experience it in the present. However, this is the nature of the heavenly realms. Can you accept and heal and evolve beyond the illusion of duality?
Carrie said, reading your grounding notes, Lavelle, on your page, those assist her very much upon recognizing her divine self and your divine self and being more of peace.
Absolutely. Thank you for continuing to use those notes. Once again, the nature of the transmissions remain but an archive that was pre-established to assist all newly awakened souls in grounding themselves and evolving and making a free will decision to make this leap in evolution. They're not instructions, but guidance from the divine heart space which we share. Once again, there's an archive of over 20,000 posts as of present, all for the new earth, all for your guidance and assistance. No matter which date they were written or transcribed, the ones that you view at that time are exactly the light codes that you are to embrace in this now moment. So continuing to embrace this Facebook wall is very helpful in remaining focused throughout this transition.
Shout out Mask and Glam, Richard Porter in the house, Mr. Galactic Soul Train himself. Yo, what's up with the video, man? You know what I mean? You know what that move is. Speakers on the roof. So yeah, would you like to bring up about, that's just a bunch of hellos. Marina. Hello, Marina.
Hey, Marina.
Melanie chimed back in. No sound. Give you any trials that you can't handle. Rich with the statement, the universe doesn't give you any trials that you can't handle. Alright, Carrie speaking about twin flame. And Lucy loving the transmission, the presence. And Missy with her inner work. It has helped her. So
absolutely a great honor and blessing. Most definitely. So, once again, trials and tribulations and challenges are null and void. You are the divine, and all that you created is for your catalyst, is for the expansion of your love, and there's always a way forward because it's your creation. You have not created any dead ends for yourself. There's always a way forward. It's just about your openness to the present moment and going forward with the open heart space and allowing the intuition to flourish. So, would you like to announce the subject matter for our next Let's Build?
No, I don't even know why he wants me to do this. As you all know, that he over here looking kind of shiny right now. Good for the photos. Snap them up. Anyway, so we had a discussion as we always do. It just happened that we had an early discussion for next week's topic, me and Lavelle here. And we spoke about basically sexual energy, pause, but we spoke about it in a sense of that we do understand that there's a lot of, I want to say confusion, but there's a lot of different
energetic blockages.
There you go.
When it comes to sexual energy.
Exactly. So we have decided that we will go with this for next week's Let's Build topic, which will still be on Thursday. So feel free to let us know what you think about this topic. Maybe not on this live feed, but once I put out the, of course, the always thank you post for you guys tuning in and sharing the Let's Build for the global community. Go ahead and chime in and let us know what you think. And also, you're also welcome to present any other topics that you may want to discuss during our Let's Build in the future. So with that being said, it's time to wrap it up. I will let Ashtar here say goodbye to each and every one of you, and then I'll have one more song to present to you guys as our way out. And we are very thankful that you guys tuned in. It's always been a pleasure of service and divine service as always.
So once again, next week's Let's Build topic will be on sexual energy and the divine nature of this energy which we share amongst ourselves from a place of unconditional love and acceptance beyond judgment. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. As always, a great pleasure and honor to connect with you once again. Shine divine. The darkness will continue to present itself as a catalyst of your healing, and what you do is you shine brighter. Shine brighter. Thank you for being here. 144,000 on the ground, 6 million light workers, indigos, 144,000 star seeds. I am your commander, Ashtar. Thank you for being present. It's a great honor to serve together with you here on planet Earth as we move and back into the stars and throughout the multiverse. A great honor. We are the angelic realms of the Galactic Council of the Galactic Federation of Light. Divinity, grace. Thank you.
So this song right here is Just Accept, enjoy, and thank you for tuning in. We love you all.
Say, Uncle G. How you doing this morning?
What's up, some orange juice? Good morning, brother. Good morning, Uncle George.
What is y'all so happy about? I mean, you walking through here grinning. You just grinning. Grinning, like you're a new man or something.
Nah, Rashad's a new man. He got some cutting last night.
Shut up.
Yeah. Yo, dozing all within a world when I'm working. The world feel me burning, consistent, non-stop and concerning the freedom on a molecular level. Yeah. No burden or honor or service. No button heads with these hoes debating word to be this. I'm about to bounce homes, they got the cooties. And come back with the medicine, yo, just like the movies. I know it's different strokes from different folks, but in the hood I was raised, it was never cool to sniff coke. Joe, or heroin, or Percocets, or Xannies. They clapping back at zombies like why? I see the work of the humanoids through these guys. Do your thing but recognize the truth of the matter. When I'm dabbing and I'm laughing. Yeah, I'm dabbing and I'm laughing, cause I'm opening the master here to shine a light with you, but your focus might get you at the end. Yeah, what a good Lord split you if you get the picture. Won't stick 'em, fishing at the human language, still a famous. I'd rather share the sacred message. Sit back, my dude, yo, enjoy the magic. Enjoy the magic.
Whole country out here, man. It's like the flies. Why are there so many flies out here?
Oh man, I know you're not gonna get into this.
Great.
So why is it a rat on every corner in New York City?
Why after every sentence you call me Shouty? Yo, Shouty, Shouty. I'm taller than you.
Okay, well let me ask you this then. In New York City, then why y'all gotta say your son after every sentence? I'm not your kid, I'm not your child. Why I gotta be your son?
Money.
B.
I call you son because you shine like one. You feel me?
That was real sentimental, thanks.
Yeah. Shout out to all the trap heaven aficionados. I'm B. Yo, stay up. Young fam, what up, Smoke? Loud Lord. Boom. We got the trunk going crazy to this. Yeah. Always more healing. Sisters and brothers, we on the deck, right? Steady. Yo. Yeah. Welcome to the OG. Lounge man, where we bang jazz. It's Ash Tall with the homies. On the base where we go ham. Hide up out the lowlands. Out the dojo with no plans. Out the dojo with no gear. Kicking in the morning, I'm goalie. Roll beam with the wings on. Angel game with the trunk bangs. A brand new day, yo. Came right away, yo. Super massive, everlasting. Dripping in sauce, it was thermoplasma. And I keep it snapping like a prophylactic. Tripping like a flipper, made up in gymnastics. I'm really your simulation, building for the hood again. I do my thing, I do them building this. They hit me by breath, see it like a carpenter. Running here in Germany, you're Zimmerman and German. Homeboy, that's an architect. Step, set, best, rep, light, I'm quest, just, no stress, inside, marching music through the storm, my heart stay open, ain't no punking, nowhere to be in the gallery, that ego gon' stay mad, man. I'ma tell the truth and move a bunch of dudes gon' disagree, but it's cool in the comment section saying with the rule, ain't really nothing you can do, fool, but accept it, yo, check it, yeah. Go. But feeling sugar, so it ain't no rapping. Shut 'em out. Yo. We stay cool. Shut 'em out. Joe, but accept it. You check it. Yeah. Yo. But we always sugar, so it ain't no rapping. Shut 'em out. Shut 'em out, yo, but accept it, yo, check it.
Peace.